Still running, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello, how is everybody? So, my name's Lacey, and I'm going to do an informative speech today. It's about the Australian cattle dog. So we all know that dog is man's best friend, but whenever you go to look for best friend, what do you look for? Many people look for loyalty, protection, devotion, and I feel that I have found a breed that gives all of these traits, which is the Australian cattle dog. Also referred to as the blue or red heeler due to the color pigment of their fur. The Australian cattle dog is ranked number 54 out of 193 of the popularity American Kennel Club breed list. But with my personal experience with my Australian cattle dog, I feel they should be ranked higher on that list. Today I'll explain 3 main points about the Australian cattle dog, which includes their breed history, their medical issues, longevity, and their temperament. Now let's get started by viewing the history of the Australian cattle dog. The Australian cattle dog originated in the early 1800s whenever Australian ranchers needed a better herding breed to be able to withstand the hot temperature and rough terrain of Australia. In order for the ranchers to obtain these traits, they bred Scottish Blue Merle smooth-coated collies, which is the top picture, with Australia's famous wild dingo. Now, whenever you look at the actual breed, you can see the only thing they really got from the collie was just the coloring. Their facial features, their body, mainly comes with the dingo. Which once they bred these dogs, it gave them the exact requirement traits that they wanted in order for them to be able to withstand the hot temperament and rough terrain. It also makes the Australian cattle dog the closest living descendant to the wild dingo. Even after all the years from its origin, the breed is still used for its original purposes, which includes herding of sheep or cattle and for just companionship. So now that we know their origin, let's look at the medical issues and longevity. I also want to refer to the pictures here. The bluer colored Australian cattle dog is the male. The redder color, which is the red heeler, is the female. Now the Australian cattle dog has a lifespan of between 10 to 13 years. So they have a pretty good lifespan for a medium-sized dog. They're very low maintenance as far as shedding and grooming is concerned, but they do have a few medical issues. The biggest medical concerns of the breed includes glaucoma, hip dysplasia, and deafness if the breed is not cared for properly. Males can stand 18 to 20 inches, weigh anywhere between 30 to 35 pounds. Females can stand 17 to 19 inches and may weigh 31 to 35 pounds, which means these dogs are a medium-sized, stocky, athletic breed. Now, finally, let's discuss their temperament. And if you look at the photos, this is actually my Australian cattle dog with my oldest daughter. They've been together since my youngest was 1 year old. The Australian cattle dog is the 10th smartest breed out of all dog breeds, which means they are easy to train, but are very active animals and they require a lot of exercise. They are loyal, protective, but are wary of strangers. They make great family pets, but do tend to place family members in a pack hierarchy and will be closer to one person out of the family and view them as the alpha. With our dog, that's mainly me that she views in this form. They're great with children, but due to their biology, for what they were originally bred for, they do tend to sometimes nip at the heels in a herding fashion when they're running. My dog Daisy, she does this process with my 2 daughters. She'll bump them while they're playing if she feels that they're going towards something that's unsafe, which means whenever they bump, it's kind of like they run beside the animal or whatever they're trying to herd, and they kind of just nudge them with their shoulder to try to veer them to a different direction. Now, just to review, the Australian cattle dog is a tough breed who can survive in any type of environment. Though they can have some medical issues, Australian cattle dogs have a long lifespan if cared for properly. Australian cattle dogs are great family pets, but can be overprotective and need to be socialized. With all this being said, the next time you are thinking of getting your next lifelong companion, please consider the Australian cattle dog. This breed is highly intelligent, loyal, and devoted to their owner to the very end. Thank you.